Hey everyone, it's Alissa from Planet Alissa, and don't mind me, I'm trying to the sun is pouring in right now, which is nice. It's a sunny day, but it's also kind of like if I go closer to the camera, I get all washed out. Anyway, I'm here with my weekly What I Sold on Etsy video, and I'm actually here a day early because, Christmas is coming, and tomorrow I'm going to be too busy, I think, to get around to making a video, so I decided to make it on Thursday instead. I had a good week on Etsy. I actually had a better week than I expected to. I sold 13 items this week for a total of $219.50. Some of that I think might have been some last minute Christmas shopping, and some of it, I don't know, just people maybe treating themselves to some Christmas gifts. But I'll go ahead and show you each of the different items that sold this week and how much they sold for. Keep in mind that the price you see is just the selling price of the item, so it doesn't include any fees that the buyer paid to have the item shipped to them, and doesn't include any fees that I paid to Etsy or paid to purchase the item. But here are the 13 items that I sold this week. The first item I sold this week was actually a lot of vintage matchbooks. There were 20 matchbooks in this lot, sold for $10. These ones were all different restaurants, but from all over the place, not really any theme beyond that. They did all still have their matches in them. These were something that I actually picked up at a thrift store. I picked up a whole bunch of matches. Someone must have collected them and broke them out into different lots, so I still have more to get listed. But yeah, a strange, I guess, thrift store find. I don't think I've ever found a big lot of vintage matchbooks before at a thrift store, but pretty cool. And this is actually a lot too, a smaller lot. I think there were 7 pieces in this lot. It's all little, very little dollhouse miniatures. The biggest furniture item is probably that shelf or a little table there. Otherwise, it's just tiny little things like that radiator or lampshade. And I sold the lot for $12. These came from various, little lots and things, and I just kind of had saved up and put them together as a dollhouse miniature lot. This ceramic teapot is in the shape of a house. It's pretty cool. Sold for $25. I picked this up, I think, in an auction lot some time ago. Sold some vintage playing cards. Now these were Pierre Cardin playing cards from the 1980s. So these sold for $40. Now one deck of cards was still wrapped in the plastic. The other had been unwrapped, but it looked like it hadn't been used. These were in very good condition in the original plastic case. Oh, and those came from a thrift store, by the way. I don't remember where this photo album, scrapbook album came from. It sold for $15. It originally came from Lake Wallenpaupack, Pennsylvania, and it has like scrapbook pages inside, like black paper pages. Had not been used. And this is a vintage ashtray or cigarette holder. These are hippopotami. Hippopotamuses. That's all I want for Christmas. No, and as you can see, they have open mouths, and that's designed for actually holding a cigarette in the hippo's mouth. Pincherette, I think, was the brand on this. It's something I picked up at a thrift store. This sold for $15. And here's a vintage Beatrix Potter figurine. This one sold for $35. This is Lady Mouse made a curtsy. And this is from a big lot of Beatrix Potter figurines that I picked up over a year ago at a rummage sale. I still have a couple left. This is a vintage pitcher that was originally designed for mixing baby formula, so I guess it would have come with, baby formula's glass pitcher. Says, Formulette, I guess that was the brand on it. And kind of cool vintage, nursery wear, nursery piece. Sold for $15, and I picked this up at an auction over a year ago. And this is a vintage jewelry box, ladies jewelry box, single tier. Melee, I don't know how you say it, is the brand name on this one. It sold for $20. I don't remember where I picked up this one specifically. I've picked up so many jewelry boxes that I can't really keep track. And I sold this vintage postcard for $8. It's an unused, like tinted style linen postcard. And I think it's Lookout Mountain in Chattanooga, Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken. This is a vintage apron with a Christmas theme on it. I don't know if you can kind of see, there's like an illustration of Santa and his sleigh. Sold for $5. This is something I originally had priced at $10 and marked it down on clearance to $5 because I've had it kind of a while, so it did sell. And where did I get this one? I don't remember. I think a rummage sale. And this is a very cute vintage figurine, sold for $12. It's still got the original hang tag on it. And that bunny there, he's a flocked bunny, and he's like a bobber. He's on like a little spring, so he actually moves. Very tiny. It's hard to tell from this picture, but it's a small little figurine. And I think I picked this up at a thrift store. And finally this week, one more Christmas item that was also marked down on clearance. This is a vintage Kurt Adler ornament. It's a painted wood ornament of Little Miss Muffet. She's eating her curds and whey, and that black thing I guess is a spider. I had this priced at $15, hadn't sold, so I marked it down to $7.50, put in the clearance section of my shop, and it sold. I picked this up in a lot at an auction kind of a while ago now. So that is everything that I sold this week, and very happy to meet my selling goal, and surprised, but that is good, and makes for like an early Christmas present. Anyway, I hope that you all have a Merry Christmas if you do celebrate, and have a good time, and either if you're getting together with family, have a nice visit, or if you're having a nice quiet Christmas at home, I hope you enjoy it. We're going to have a little bit of a crazy Christmas here, but it's going to be good. So I'll catch up with you all again soon. Happy selling, everyone!